And we are live and recording, guys. So once again, my name is Mario Delgadillo, one of the leaders here with the company out of Southern California. My wife and I are with the company here for just 1 year. Within our first 90 days, or just over our first 90 days, we hit the position of Diamond, and we've just been loving everything about Viseo and about our team. And so we're excited to be here with you. So today, guys, we're just going to talk about the system, and we're actually not going to talk about the comp plan. For some reason or another, my drive lost my comp plan training, but I will go through the system with you, and we're going to talk a little bit about your why today as well. So with that being said, to set the table, I'm going to share with you guys a quick video. So hold on. I think this video will set the mood for this morning.
The world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure. This is going to be forced.
And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you.
There's something wrong. That on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%. Technology is accelerating. Job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be.
Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way.
We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like, everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way.
The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans, industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
So if you guys haven't had an opportunity to watch that video there, it's called Rise of the Entrepreneur by Eric Worre. Guys, I would strongly recommend that you do so. It's an awesome, awesome video. Oops, I think I lost you guys there. Oops, okay, hold on. Trying to get back to the PowerPoint. And so I wanted to share that with you guys because the first place that I always start is your why. Okay. And so, you know, one of the main things and the main reasons about this is because before we talk about the how to, okay, we need to talk about the why, right? I'm going to teach you the how to in just a few seconds, in just a few minutes. But really the why is really the thing that's going to make you, you know, stick and stay with your Viseo business because it gets you into action. You know, I tell this story often. When I was back in corporate America, I remember, you know, I had a good buddy of mine. His name was James, and he and I every Monday we'd have that, you know, hey, let's put $50 in the pot and let's get into a diet. And on our lunch breaks, we would go and we'd start getting in shape, and you know, we'd make this big old hype about losing weight, and then, you know, within 2 or 3 days, we'd be back at, you know, Tommy's eating chili burgers or whatnot. And and what happened was James was in his bachelor's degree program, trying to finish his criminal justice degree. His goal, his dream since he was a kid was to be a sheriff. And so he was going through all of the necessary steps. And one of the final steps is they told him he had to lose an insane amount of weight in a very short amount of time. Now, some of you guys know that the height to weight ratios that they compare us to be normal or ideal are pretty outlandish to begin with. But that's what they were measuring him to. And so he and I had tried to lose weight on so many occasions, and tried to get in shape on so many occasions, but it wasn't until his goal, his dream that he's had since he was a little kid, was getting ready to be stripped away from him, that he actually did it. He didn't do anything freakish diet. He didn't go on any of these crazy fad things. He just did the things necessary to be successful. He hit his marks, and now I'll tell you, some almost 10 years later, probably, he's been a sheriff. And I always looked at that and I realized, man, how powerful is your why, right? Some of you guys right now have had dreams and goals. Some of us on the line have thought about the next year, New Year's resolutions over and over and over and over again. Every single year, our goals and our dreams pretty much look the same. And then by February, by Valentine's Day, statistically, most of us have already quit. And the reason behind that, guys, is because of our why. It gets you into action. It gets your feet moving, guys. And that's what separates you guys from others. Guys, we have so many people on the team, and there's only 41 people on the call this morning. Why? See, because some people are willing to put their feet into action and others just talk about it. So kudos to you guys. Because the difference, guys, is your motivation is internal. I was taught this a long time ago, that motivation comes from within. Inspiration comes from outside, external, right? I can only hope to inspire you to get yourself into action so that you can actually be self-motivated, right? Sometimes people say, Mario, you motivate me. And I said, no, that's impossible, right? You have to motivate yourself. And the only way to do that is to dial into your heart, into your spirit, and understand your why. It helps you to keep going, guys. I'll tell you right now, this business is easy. Right? It really, really is. It's a simple business, but guys, it becomes, I'll take that back. It's simple, but it's not always easy, right? And the reason behind that is because we're working with people. I was sharing with Jeff Richardson yesterday or the day before, and I told him the greatest part about network marketing is that you're dealing with people. The worst part about network marketing is you're dealing with people, right? And so it's a difficult road to hoe. It's definitely something that you guys are going to have to really be strong enough to put one foot in front of the other every single time, because it's not always, what we talk about here in the house, puppy dogs and ice cream, guys. It's tough. And knowing and dialing into your why keeps you going. And it really is the secret to your success. It's been the secret to my success, guys, because for me, I'll tell you guys, this is a business just like any other business, right? And in business, there's ebbs and flows. There's ups and downs. There's times of great explosion and, recession. And then there's times that it goes in a forward motion and a back. You've got to be able to survive that. And ultimately, right, your why is a secret to that success, and it helps you survive the emotional roller coaster, right? If you guys know that the emotional roller coaster is a real thing, type in a number 1, please, right? Because I know there's some of y'all that are on the emotional roller coaster right now, and you just started the business 2 days ago. So what is the emotional roller coaster? Here, I'll give you an example of the emotional roller coaster. Let's say you just got started with the company on last Monday. Okay, you went through your training, you picked a day to have your meeting, and next thing you know, you start reaching out because you have this new vision, you have this new idea, this new thought that your life is going to be different, that, man, this is it. The sale is going to finally help me get to the dreams and the goals and the aspirations that I have for me and my family. You know what? I got to tell my buddy Joe. So I call my buddy Joe and I'm like, man, listen, come to the house on Wednesday, brother. I just got started in the CBD project, man. I tried it on my shoulder. It's freaking a miracle product. And Joe says, sounds like a pyramid. And you look at him and you're like, what? What are you it's me. It's Mario. You think I'd be in a pyramid? Are you kidding me right now? I've got a bachelor's degree. I've got 10 years of experience in leadership. Come on, bro. Don't act stupid. Well, do you have to get people? Yeah. Oh, it's pyramid. What? And so your excitement went from here, and your best friend in the world just pooped all over your dreams, right? And you go, as fast as you were going up, as fast as you go down, right? So then you text your next person, and it's your cousin, Jason. You're like, Jason, brother, listen, man, I know how much you love fitness, right? I know how much you understand wellness, and I want you to take a look at some of these products that I just came across. They're awesome. So instead of going the business approach, this time you decide to go the product approach, right? So you send a text out and you say, man, I found these products. I think they're really good. Let me send you an email with all of the product information, which, right, what this means is you found one challenge and now you're abandoning our system, because now you want to just start sending emails to people. So Jason takes a look at it and says, yeah, there's some good stuff there, but I can find these products and similar products somewhere else. And in fact, they're cheaper. And then not only did you fall, but now you're just, you're going deep, right? So, then you go, okay, I'm going to try this one more time, right? But what did we say? We said, write a list big and big and big and talk to as many people as possible. But you only talk to your 2 friends, and then you're going to try this one more time, right? 3 people. Out of all the millions and millions of people where you live, you're going to talk to 3 and decide to hang your hat, yay or nay. But that 3rd person says, I'm in. I don't know what it is, but I want to be involved in CBD. And here you go. Woo! Back up, right? This, guys, is going to be your everyday, up and down, up and down, up and down. Guys, don't try to fight it. Your why is, I've always been told that your why is just the seatbelt that helps you stay in the roller coaster as you're going up and down. Helps you to survive the ups, help you to survive the downs, and just have fun along the way. Because I'll tell you, even when you get to diamond, there's roller coasters, right? Even when you get to my position, there's ups and downs, right? We have a massive team. We have people all over the country, all over the world, really. And you would think that, man, Mario can just kick back now because there's so many people. Not at all, guys. We always say new levels, new devils, right? There's different things that you have to worry about that put you on the emotional roller coaster even when you get to the next level. So if you haven't had enough time to sit down, there's no better time than now. There's no better time than this morning than to get your why locked in, because your why also, guys, will help you determine how much time you give to Viseo. Because before I finish with this why section, I'm going to leave you with this. Guys, we're all busy. Every single one of us has good reasons why we can't build our Viseo business. Oh, I got my kids. I got my grandkids. I've got jobs. I've got, my husband. I've got to spend time with my wife. I've got to take out the trash. These are all really good reasons. But everything in life is a value proposition. Would you guys agree? Right? And what that means, guys, is whenever we look at anything, we assess how much value that is, and then we assign a certain amount of time to that, right? One example, very simple. Some of us go to church on Sundays, some of us don't. And the reason behind that is because some people see the value, some people don't. Even for church-going folks, some people go to church 3 days a week, Wednesday night, Sunday night, and Sunday morning. Some people only go 1. Why? Because there's the value proposition there, right? And I'm not here to say go to church or not. What I'm getting at here, guys, is to understand everything we do, there's a value proposition. So when you understand what you can truly get and how your life can really change with Viseo, it won't be hard to assign time to it. That's just a simple answer, is if you understand the value and understand what Viseo can do for you and your family, you'll have no problem assigning time to it. Guys, we all have time. It's just what we decide to assign that time to, okay? So with that being said, guys, let's talk about the system. The system is very simple. We have made a few tweaks just to make it faster, make it more duplicatable, right? And so step 1 is we're going to get your 24-hour training done on the UCrew Nation. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a sec. Step 2, guys, is do your touch base call with your upline. I think there's many people that are getting started, and step 2 is not being done, and it's very important. Step 3, you schedule your CBD party or event at your home within your first 3 to 7 days. And step 4, reach out using our share and connect method. Very simple. So we're going to go through each one of these steps here. So let's say you schedule people for your event or your call. So let's say you got started yesterday, okay? Yesterday was Friday, and you should, guys, the next step is you're going to go out there and do your training at the UCrewNation.com. Okay, so login and password should have come to you through your diamond text. So what happens is I get started. Let's pick on somebody. So I see Kathy Quadra. Okay, so Kathy gets started, or Kathy sponsors me. Okay, so Kathy sponsors me. She's going to put me on what is called a diamond text. If you guys are taking notes, write that out. Your diamond text is basically a regular text, an iMessage text or an SMS text with all of your uplines, right? And a lot of these folks are the ones that are qualified to be able to help you, okay? Because we actually have a training system by which people are qualified to be able to help you in your building process. So in this diamond text, you're going to get a little sheet of paper. It's a picture of a paper where it has the login credentials and the website, so you can go and do your training within 24 hours. Okay, that's basically where everything pertaining to you, questions, your connect calls, everything goes into that little text group. Okay, now in your training, you'll learn products, compensation plan, back office, system, tools, etc. So it's all the fundamentals of your business that you'll learn there within 24 hours. Now, there's 2 tiers of learning, okay? There's the fundamentals, what you need to learn to start to build and get into action and to make money, okay? And then 201 and 301 will dive even further. So, for instance, people tell me, Mario, what do I need to know, okay? A simple duplicatable system to, number 1, be able to make my money back. How many people it's important to make your money back, or was it important to make your money back really fast? If it was important, type in money, right? Hey, I got started. I put in my foundation packs, $1,500. It was important for me to make my money back really fast. So type in money if it was, right? Now, I do want to learn about the manufacturing facilities, and I do want to learn about all of the tax write-offs and benefits and all those other things. But my first and most important thing was, hey, how do I get this thing rolling so I can make my money back? See, your 24-hour team training will train you on the 3 or 4 fundamental things that it'll take to get your business running, to start moving some paychecks, and to start getting some product out onto the streets. Now, 201 and 301 is where once you advance and your business is building, we're going to train you on some more advanced things. So focus, if you're brand new, on just the 24-hour training. Down the road, you can talk to your upline or people on your diamond text about when is it important for you to go into 201 and 301 training. So step number 1, we do our training within our first 24 hours. Let's try to do that, okay? Now, step number 2 is a touch base call or a Zoom. Okay, so you can do this, and I've actually been doing this on Zoom with people, because I find that even over Zoom, it's better to be able to see face to face with people. There's just a better connection. We're able to come to a better place of understanding. So your touch base call can be a Zoom, okay? So what do we do? So you've done your 24 hours. I just got started. Kathy enrolled me, and the upline above Kathy is Tanya Valentine. She's one of our top leaders. She's a Blue Sapphire. So let's say I'm the new person. I'm having my touch base call with Kathy and Tanya. And their first thing is, okay, Mario, you did your training. Do you have any questions, clarifications, understanding? We're here to serve. And I might say, I'm glad that we have this, because when I was going through the training, it said X, Y, and Z, and I kind of didn't understand why, right? And so we're bringing understanding, because here's what I know. People who are confused do nothing. Let me say that again. People who are confused do nothing because they clam up because they don't want to make a mistake. How many of you guys know that, or have experienced that with yourself or even with somebody on your team that if they don't have a firm understanding or they're confused on something, they just close up, right? And because people are afraid to make a mistake. So right here is our opportunity to go in there with the new person and just clear up some of the fundamentals that might be. And a lot of times I find they're like, oh, okay. And it's a little thing, but it could have derailed them. It could have made a huge difference in the way that they go out there and pursue their people, right? So very important. Now, we set our goals for inviting, right? You have to have goals, guys. See, I heard somebody saying, hey, what are your goals for 2020? I want to lose 10 pounds is very different from I want to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks. They're very different. 10 pounds is just open and I could lose 10 pounds sometimes before I die, right? Or 10 pounds in 10 weeks. Now you have something that's measurable. You have an end goal on it. And so that means you have to be accountable to it. So we're going to set some goals for you, right? Typically what we tell folks is, listen, Mario, within your first 48 to 72 hours, we want you to reach out to at least 30 people. Now we do that via text or call. You know, the UCrew Nation training talks about calls. I really favor texting. Okay. And there's a number of reasons behind that, but texting is really good because it allows you to control the conversation. Because when we talk about our approach here in the next couple steps, you're going to see we want to do less is more. And when you're on the phone, the tendency is to share more or even get pulled down a rabbit hole that you don't want to get down, and you're going to lose that person. Okay. So we're going to set some goals. We want to set out about 30 text messages or more, right? And you're going to get about 15 people who want to hear what you have to say. Okay. Now, when you get about 15 people who want to hear what you have to say, you should get about 3 people who want to join you. And we'll kind of explain to you how that works. Okay. Now we're going to provide you with your scripts. There's basically 2. One script is to invite people to your meeting. Okay. The other script is to invite people to a connect call. Right? And they're kind of one and the same, but you'll be able to know how to use them and navigate through them, and we'll go over some scenarios with you. We'll teach you how to set up a connect call. So a connect call is this. Let's say I send out a text, and who do I see? I see Alex here. Okay, so let's say I send out a text to Alex, and he's a good buddy of mine. I'm like, Alex, brother, what do you know about CBD? He's like, oh man, I love it. You know, I've been using it for my cousin. You know, he's telling me to use it for my back. Why do you ask? So I say, hey, Alex, listen, brother, my wife Stephanie and I, this is all over text, by the way. My wife Stephanie and I just helped launch a CBD. It's got 0% THC. It's got a patent. Anyways, man, we're hosting a private party at my house on Wednesday night, okay, to introduce the product to some friends. Man, you know, we'd love for you to join. We're going to have some champagne, some snacks, and some CBD. Can you come by? He's going to say, oh, man, dude, Wednesday night I can't. I've got my daughter's, soccer game. I'd love to come. When's the next one? I don't need to wait a full week till the next one. I'm going to just set up a connect call. I'm going to say, no worries, brother. What time can you jump on a call tomorrow? I'll get you all the details. Oh, cool. 1:00. Perfect. Time out. Guys, if you're taking notes, which I hope you are, just write this down. You don't have to go back to your upline leader and say, hey, guys, I have a buddy named Alex. He's open all day tomorrow. Who's available? No, just if it works, pick a time that works for Alex, pick a time that works for you, schedule it, okay? So what happens is now you have a scheduled call, and then what you do is you take it into the diamond text, and you say, hey guys, my buddy Alex can talk tomorrow at 12:00, who's available? Now, between myself, your uplines, and all the other people in that diamond text that are qualified, it's our job to make sure that somebody's available for you to be able to take that call. Right? So that's the idea. So we'll teach you how to set up a connect call. We'll teach you how to edify, right? Edification is very key, right? Edification is how you set up a call. One of the main things, and I'm not going to go too far into detail on this because edification is covered in the training, but one of the main things you could do for the person who's taking your call is put them in a position to win for you. Okay, so here's what we want, right? So let's say I was giving this example to Jeff. Him and I spent some time the other day at Starbucks. I was giving him this example. I said, so let's say, Jeff, I tell Jeff, hey man, you want to go with me? I'm going to go meet my business partner, right here down the street, just take a ride. Yes. Jeff says, yeah, come on. So we drive over there, and let's say Jeff and I know each other for many, many years. He's a good friend of mine. He respects me. And I say, as we're walking up to his house, I turn around to Jeff and I say, hey bro, by the way, this gentleman that we're meeting, bro, he has like 3 businesses. He's probably worth like $10 million. Look at his home. It's 7,000 square foot. I mean, he's just the man, bro. And he's personally mentoring me. He's super busy. He took out about 20 minutes just to hang out with me today. He's going to share some things with me. And I turn to Jeff and I say, please, brother, don't embarrass me. Like be on the up and up here, right? When we come to the door, based on what I've said, based on my relationship with Jeff, and based on what this is my business partner, Mr. Delgadillo, or you not say that, Mario Delgadillo. He's been a successful entrepreneur for over 10 years. Hold on, it sounds like the internet okay, guys? Looked like I got a little signal that I was shaky there for a sec. Okay, are we back? Hello. All right, let me know. Let me know if we're back. I just got a couple of you guys saying it froze. Okay, back. Awesome. So when we get on the phone call, guys, I'm going to say, hey, Delgadillo or Mario Delgadillo, this is Jeff. He's a good friend of mine. I know him from the gym. Great guy, stand-up guy. But Jeff, this is my business partner, Mario. He's a successful corporate executive for the last 10 years. He's been an entrepreneur, done really, really well. First year with our CBD project, he made a couple $100,000. And so, man, I'm just super excited for you guys to meet. And I'm going to just step back, guys, and you step back and you let myself or your upline and your prospect get to work. Okay. And then the other thing, guys, is make sure that when you're on these connect calls that you don't interrupt. And I know it's important. It's hard sometimes because you're so excited and you're like, man, this is the thing that got me. And then maybe that person doesn't touch on it. I've had people go, Mario, can you make sure you tell them about the 2%, right? What that does is it actually de-edifies your person. Like you wouldn't cut in and tell that big business partner you were meeting with and correct him on anything, right? So you want to make sure you don't interrupt, because sometimes there's reasons why the upline might not or may not cover certain things, okay? So now let's talk about the CBD party or event, okay? So it must be done within your first 3 to 7 business days. And really it's because that's when the most amount of excitement happens for your people. So if a new person comes in, right, and I put up a $1,400, $1,500 investment, right, to get a foundation pack, right, as your upline, the person that introduced you to the business, it's my responsibility to get you into action as fast as possible so that I can start to make you a return on your investment, because I know people are excited, right? And I've got to help them bring some type of fruit, right? But not only that, guys, here's what happens. The longer you wait, the less likely people are to show up at your house. And this is just is what it is, right? Now, this is different because it's not a party like a birthday party. It's not a party like a wedding, right? We think of like, well, I put my wedding out, it was 1.5 years in advance, right? Or my birthday party, I sent out flyers 4 months before, right? This is not what we're talking about. I want you to treat this more like an appointment. And if any of you guys know anything about sales, right? If somebody can't fit something in within 3 to 7 days, it's not important to them. How many of you guys would agree with that, right? If you would agree with that, type in important, right? Or not important. If somebody can't fit you in within 3 to 7 days, it's not important, right? So what I would say, guys, is make sure that you set this out within 3 to 7 days. Also, as we start training on the compensation plan, you guys will see, okay, how important getting meetings set right now are to the duplication of your business, to hitting rank, and to making money, okay? So it must be done within your first 3 to 7 days. The other thing I would say, guys, is expect to host at least 2 to 3 events to get your business off the ground. Because yes, even though, right, some people, can't come to your first one, or there are real people who really are interested, and maybe they're just out of town, right? Maybe you schedule, I got started on Monday, I scheduled on the following Saturday, and my best friend is like, dude, we're literally in Vegas. Darn it, I can't be there. So we'll have another one, right? If he can't make it to that one, but expect to have at least 2 to 3 events in your first couple weeks to get your business off the ground, okay? So with that being said, your leaders will be there to help you present, okay? So you're not gonna be the one that's gonna be, you're gonna host it, but we'll show up to help you present. We're gonna teach you everything, what to expect, how to prepare, all the other things, okay? We're gonna keep it professional, we're gonna keep it exciting, and we're gonna keep it fun. But really, guys, events are where people really experience what Viseo has to offer. But here's what I want you to understand, guys. When people get started, there's multiple touches, right? So very seldom do people, now it happens, but very seldom do people see the Viseo opportunity once or hear the opportunity once and get started. Now it does happen, but most people need what we call multiple touches, right? So maybe the first thing you do is you get them on a connect call, and now that the light bulbs are going off. But they're still not looking at it. It's just a phone call. You know, I'm not going to jump on a phone call. Some people do. I did. Okay. But you're like, okay, I like it. That's one touch. Now, okay, well, can you send me some more information? Sure can. Now we send them some videos on our 3-way text, on the comp plan, on certain different things like that. Okay. Then the next thing that happens, okay, is you send them a couple videos. That's a second touch. Okay. Third touch, maybe as they're coming to a home meeting. Okay. Hold on one sec, guys. Hey, buddy. So just so you guys know, my son is in here going to the restroom in my office. Don't know why. The 3-year-old doesn't understand dad's working. So he's in the restroom over here. That's why he said, hi, daddy. So with that being said, guys, when the second touch might be some videos, okay? Now the third touch, okay, is a party. Now some of these touches are all in different orders because, again, we're dealing with people. So somebody might say, hey man, I'm coming to the house, and I got started in a business, I'm having a party, okay? And then the next thing you know, they actually show up. Their first touch is an actual party, okay? But they still might not join right on the spot, right? They might want to take it home and sleep on it, talk to their wife, try the cream out. Trying the product is a touch as well. So our job is to understand that it does take multiple touches sometimes, but I don't want you guys to get trapped into thinking that only thing we do is have parties. Because if all you do is build party to party, your business will only grow 1 week at a time, 1 day, 1 week at a time, right? And to get to where you need to be as you develop, you're going to need people joining your team every single day all over the country. And if you're only hosting one party, like you have a party and you're like, man, I had 2 guests that were going to come, but they said they can't. When's the next meeting? Don't build your business that way, okay? Because you're going to hamstring it. Because even if you do, what happens is everything duplicates in our industry. So if you got started at a party, okay, or an event, then you're going to teach your people to get started at parties or events. And I've seen this happen. Those of us that got started on a connect call are more likely to veer that way, and their business builds faster. Those of us, okay, that got started at a party are more likely to push people towards a party, and their business builds slower. What I'm here to tell you guys is do both. And by using this strategy, you're going to invite people to the party. The people that can't come, you set up a connect call. Invite to a party. The people that can't come, you set up a call. So you just kind of go back and forth, and you're doing both so that you're teaching both so that your business duplicates a lot faster, okay? And then number 4, the share and connect system, guys. This is where I want to do a little work right here with you, okay? The philosophies that will help you to be better, okay? Number 1, you are not a salesperson, okay? Now, I don't want you guys getting caught up thinking you have to share the information and be the one going out there and selling and giving all the information. Don't do that, okay? Say less to more people, right? I think what's happening is people who try our products and experience something, guys, how many of you guys love our products, right? If you love our products, put love in the chats there, because I do. Our products are phenomenal, okay? And so what happens is people get so excited, right? Like, let's say you get a great testimony, right? Like, Mario, my shoulders have been shot. You know, I was a pitcher. This shoulder's all messed up. And 10 years ago, I fell off of a ladder and this shoulder's messed up. And then I put this cream on and holy crap, like, I'm amazed. And you use that excitement and then you go to all your friends and you give them verbal vomit. Blah. You're like, you got liposomes and Tracy Gibbs and blah, it's all about absorption and blah, blah. Guys, stop. You're hurting your business. Because why, guys? Your job is to peak and pass. Please, I'm giving you gold nuggets here. Peak and pass. Listen, brother, remember I told you how bad my shoulder was? Yeah, man, I found a product. Oh, dude, I'm in love with it. When can you get on the phone? I'll get you the information. I know you got some back issues. Well, tell me all about it. No, that's what the phone call's for, okay? You don't have to go sit down with somebody. You don't have to go give them samples, right? Just follow the system. And then what happens is you get them on the call, introduce them to your upline, and your upline will go through the information for them. Now, that person might just become a customer, and that's awesome. We love our customers, okay? But they might join, right? Because we know what we're doing. Our uplines, they've been trained to know how to navigate these conversations. So your job is to peak and pass. And here's the reason why. Because the rule of proximity works against you, okay? I'm going to say this again. This is one that I think if you can grasp this, oh man, you're going to be so successful, guys, so fast. There's some of y'all that are so smart and know our products inside and out, right? You guys probably know products better than I do, okay? You probably know about the sale more than I do, just to be brutally honest, because I've had conversations with some of you guys and I'm like, really? I didn't even know that, right? Jesus Guerrero and I were hanging out after our meeting on Thursday, and he was saying, hey, bro, there's a couple things that, you should tweak on the presentation because X, Y, and Z. And I was like, really? Okay, so I don't even know it. So there's some of you guys that know our products maybe even more than I do. And so, guys, we could share the same thing verbatim with your people, and I or your upline will get more results than you, and it's because of the rule of proximity. The rule of proximity basically states you're too close to somebody for them to receive from you. Let me give you an example. How many of you guys have ever had something similar like this happen in maybe your relationship or your marriage, right? I've been married 15 years now and with my wife for 17. And, there have been times in our marriage where I'd say, hey, babe, we need to do A, B, and C, because if we do A, B, and C, X, Y, and Z will happen. Right? And she's like, no, I don't think that's, no. I'm like, come on, I think it is. So, and I'm sharing a principle with her, a concept for forever. Like A, B, and C, we're going to get X, Y, and Z. No, she's not receiving it. X, Y, A, B, C, we're going to get X, Y, and Z. No. Next thing I know, she comes from church and she's like, babe, our Bible study leader was telling us that, if we do A, B, and C, X, Y, and Z will happen. And I'm sitting there like, you kidding me? She's like, what do you mean? I said, I've been telling you that for 3 years. And she looks at me like, no, you haven't. I said, yes, I have. No, you haven't. Guys, I'm just too close to her, right? And so it's kind of like with our kids, right? We teach them something and then all of a sudden a teacher says something to them and it's the exact same thing and now they receive it. That's what happens to you when you get started in network marketing and you're trying to go out there and be that person that is training or teaching or sharing the information. You've got to allow the outside person, right? The person who's not as close to those people to share this information so that it'll be more effective. Don't be a seller. Okay. And so what does that mean, right? we want you guys to just go out there. I use the example a lot of fishing, right? Be a fisherman, okay? Where you put a CBD, right? Put the bait on the line and you just throw it in the water, right? There's many people right now that are asking me, Mario, how do I get my business back on track? What do I need to do? And here's what I'll tell you. Our system is foolproof, okay? It's not about trying to find a different way, a different tactic, a different script, a different method. It's about throwing the line in the water to more people. Here's what we have going for us right now. How many of you know, guys, everybody has hashtag 2020 vision. Everybody says, new year, new me, right? Everybody's saying, hey, I'm getting my financial freedom in order this year. Everybody says, man, it's time to get in shape. Well, wouldn't you know we have a way to get people healthy? Wouldn't you know we have a way to get people rich? So there's more people now open and looking than anywhere else before. Not to mention, how many of you know that tax season is upon us? And right now, we're going to start seeing some tax season ballers. So all the people that said they didn't have money, all of a sudden will have money. So right now, guys, like I've taught you many times before, it's not so much about the way you approach people, right? It's just about the timing. So all I do is I put CBD on that bait and I throw it in the water. Pull it back and I throw it in the water. Pull it back and I throw it in the water. The idea is to get into action, right? And that's what we've got to do. We've got to set individual action goals where every single day, no matter what we're doing, we're just putting the line in the water over and over and over again so that it'll help you to be successful, because some will, some won't, some wait. So what? Who's next? You have to have the mind of a sorter, because guys, there are people that are hungry. Okay. There are people that are hungry out there, and we have to be okay with not having to get everyone. And sometimes a no is not a no forever. Sometimes it's a not right now, right? So I want you guys to get in the habit of just sorting, right? If I sort, then I can win. Think about this, guys. If you changed your goal, okay, and every single day your goal was to really get 10 no's every day. How many of you guys think if you put money on it, let's say some of you guys have been wanting to get a, I don't know, a new set of Beats headphones, right? $300 headphones for the gym. And you decided that, listen, if I get 10 no's every day and I can document them in my own self for 30 days, I'm going to buy myself Beats headphones. If that was your goal, you guys could accomplish that. That's easy. But if you really actually stuck to that goal and you got 10 no's for 30 days, you would have 10 new people who joined your business. Because just by going through the motions, going through the actions, you would get yeses. That's how numbers work. It's called the rule of large numbers. See, but most of us only worry about the yeses, right? So go out there and flip it up and go out there and go for no, and you guys will be very, very successful. So with that being said, guys, finally, be excited, okay? Be excited, have fun, be fired up, but also, I'm gonna leave you with this, have posture, okay? Guys, we don't have to get everybody, right? I know what I have my hands on with Viseo. Sometimes people ask me, Mario, how is it that you have been able to recruit that many people? Right? I think I've recruited 94 people to date, okay? And people are like, Mario, how in the world have you been able to recruit that many people? Really, guys, it's because it stems from my belief, not just in Dallin and Daniel, not just in the profession of network marketing, right? But also, guys, in our products, but in the industry of network marketing. I've experienced and I've watched what this industry does for people. So I have no problem taking it away from somebody. Brand new, okay, a lot of times we're so focused on getting new people and building a business that we come off wrong. We come off like it's all about us, right? And if you truly believe that Viseo is a gift, I'm looking on here right now, and just on the first name screens here of names, I'm looking at people who have had real results. Guys, if you never made a dime in Viseo, I see Tanya here. Tanya Valentine made over 6 figures in her first 10 months. If she never made a dime with Viseo, it would be worth it because of the testimony that the products had with her mom, with her nephew Jaden, Monica and James' son, right? I know that's true. But it was because of the testimony of those products, she had a belief. And that belief allowed her to carry herself in a different way. But here's what I tell you guys, especially when you're new, don't be the person that has to get everybody. Guys, your friends, your family members, they're used to people being, very like needy. They're used to their friends in network marketing being pushy, right? It's okay for you to be, have a straightforward conversation with somebody, right? It's okay for me to say, hey, Kathy, listen, girl, I've known you a long time. We're great friends. I don't want to waste your time. I know you don't want to waste mine. If this is not for you, it's cool. Just let me know. Some people would say, oh, Mario, you're so pushy. Well, I'm not. I just know what I have my hands on, and I value my relationship with Kathy. So I just want to be straight up with her, right? Some people are so terrified of being pushy, right? But it's because they don't know what they have their hands on. For me, I have no problem having those type of conversations because I know what I have my hands on. So have posture, guys, because here's what I know. I've walked away from people, taken it away from people, and then they come back and they're like, I thought about it. I do want to take a look at it, because if I have posture, if you have posture, guys, if you stand tall and know what you have, that speaks loudly and more clearly than you going, come on, do me a favor, take a look at my products. It's going to change your life, I promise. They're going to be like, dude, this guy's so needy, right? If you have stand up, right? Stand tall and understand what you have, because I promise you guys that in 2020, guys, this team is going to explode. We thought we had an explosion in 2019. Guys, when we come out of Orlando, by the way, it's still not too late to get to Orlando. And I would tell you guys, if there's some of you that are not signed up for Orlando and you're sitting here scratching your head thinking about why you haven't been able to get your business where you need to be and you're not going to Orlando, I would go out and say you're probably not going to survive in Viseo. You have to be in Orlando. I don't care if you got started last week. I have people that got started this week and they're already registered. Orlando is going to be epic. There's so many updates that are coming. They're adding to the compensation plan. Guys, we make $68 for every 100, and they're adding to the comp plan. How crazy is that, right? There's a couple other things that they're bringing out. There's new products. Dallin just sent me a text the other day, and he said, Mario, it's time to go to work. He said, we are pulling out all the stops for you guys. And when you go to a convention, your belief level goes through the roof. And when your belief level goes through the roof, then you put on an armor. And when you have that armor, nothing anybody says can hurt you. And that's when people's businesses take off, okay? So listen, guys, I'm going to plan a training here very soon to go through the compensation plan. I also wanted to kind of hold off on that simply because here in a couple of weeks, they're going to make some additions to the comp plan. So I didn't want to necessarily train on the comp plan in its entirety, but I will have that coming soon. This will be recorded. We'll put it on our YouTube, our team YouTube. Otherwise, guys, Monday night, actually today at noon, I'm going to be out in Yucaipa with Keith and Janine. They're having their meeting, their party out there. And then also on Monday night in Pico Rivera, Alex Morales is having a CBD party as well. So otherwise, love you guys. Have a great day. In 7 minutes, we have our kickoff call for the company with Daniel PQ and Royal Black Diamond Mark Yule. Don't miss it. That one's just a call in. I'm going to be excited to hear from you guys on that. All right. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye-bye.